Greetings, all of you. You call me Ninjayatsu, and welcome here to Bleach Soul Resonance. So what is this game and how does it work? I don't know, this is my first time playing, but we already have an immediate goal of getting Aizen. So it starts off by asking you for all of your personal information, and then it wants you to log in with an email and everything. And then you can start the game. So it starts off way at the beginning, before Ichigo even becomes a Soul Reaper. You're treated with still images from the anime, as well as in-game cutscenes. And then it starts you off with the first character that you actually get to play as, Rukia Leaves. Okay, digital joystick to move around, attack and dodge button. So far it's playing pretty similar to One Piece Bounty Rush, except the combo system is a little different. You get a skill button, and then later on there's more than one skill button. You're in a semi-open world environment, exploring around and attacking. And there's an anomalous butterfly. So we're just ignoring the part that he's not supposed to be able to see her. Oh, is the next character we're playing as Ichigo's young sister? Is this gonna be some kind of chase sequence? Nope, just a cutscene. Then you get a short synopsis, and then the mission starts. So in addition to dodging, you also have a counterattack, which works on armored attacks like that where they turn purple. Good to know. Okay, so they're not afraid to show blood. And now we're going there, and we're about to see Ichigo become a Soul Reaper. Fatality. And then we're treated to an epic battle sequence that's also filled with copyrighted music. So as a result of that, I'm just going to skip this. Also, I want to point out that what they should have done way at the beginning, when they had all of this limited time event information, was put in some kind of streamer-friendly mode to turn copyrighted music off. That's such a huge missed opportunity there. That makes this game not streamer-friendly. Anyway, back to the gameplay. And Ichigo is finally a Soul Reaper. Or a substitute Soul Reaper. Something like that. And now we're in a new area with new missions to explore. It was all a dream. A car wrecked into the house, and Ichigo is being gaslit the whole series to think that there are some kind of supernatural monsters out there. And then we get the backstory of how all the Hollows used to be human, which is just kind of how their cycle of rebirth works in Bleach. And then we get still images of anime scenes in there. And I'm just gonna skip all this because you could just play it for yourself to watch all of that. And then we get to follow an anomalous butterfly around and find clues for where things are. Also, we get an explanation of how the mechanics work. And also, the first fight with Ichigo that does not contain copyrighted music, so I'm gonna let this one play. Oh, there's something to destroy. Oh, they don't have environmental destruction here. Well, I was going to be a menace to all the neighbors here, but now I can't. And now we're getting special attack tips that let you use certain skills and held normal attack skills.
Shinigami にソウルソサエティへと導かれなかった魂。フォローから守ってもらえなかった魂。それらが心をなくしてフォローとなる。フォローとなった奴の魂は貴様を救うことに失敗した今、なくした心を埋めるため、生前最も愛した者の魂を求めるはずだ。もらった。
And on to the next one, which looks like a boss battle.
Orihime, 俺を忘れたのかい。
Uryuだよ。
お前から殺してやる。
New gameplay mechanic. And now we just have to beat up Orihime's brother.
お兄ちゃん、行ってらっしゃい。
ああ、行ってくるよ。
みんな、私が守るから。
Well, that was a thing that happened. Anyway, to catch you up, he walked off and had a nice day. That's what happened, and yeah, ignore what your eyes saw. They might not be telling you what happened there. And now we're gonna learn how Orihime plays. Oh no you don't. Orihime wants to fight too. Wow, she lacks offense. Exposition happens. Ichigo is still being gaslit. And now Rukia is in on it. And then we get a reminder of this stuff for whatever reason. Customize the profile, and there's a box. But I didn't know that you could open boxes yet. Also, Chad's bird got possessed.
案ずるな。
I've finally unlocked the gacha system, which is a weird thing to have to unlock. And it's giving me no choice but to do my first summoning result. Nice. I've got Chad. I can't imagine him losing. And what's this, a limited time Aizen? Well, now I definitely need to get him. Now, I don't really know what the stamp or anything is, but there's the character, and I've got to get those tickets to summon him. And I'm going to eventually figure out how to get those tickets. Now, obviously, I don't want to buy anything. Not with actual money, anyway. But in-game currency is an entirely different thing, and it looks like there's a way to exchange for tickets. So I just need to figure out how to get that currency to exchange for the tickets. And there you go. I have a starting bonus to give me a solid chance at it. It appears that unlocking new characters gets you new avatars. And there is a starting avatar frame. And titles. You know that I'm gonna try to collect some titles. But back to this. I have enough tickets for one multi. Or one attempt at getting a stamp. I'm gonna go for the character. I didn't get him, but there are ways to get more tickets, and I have a currency that can exchange for that right now. Also, why is Freddy Fazbear a hollow? So this is the level up system. Also, it's kind of funny that I unlocked Shikai Ichigo before we see him in the series. Also, when characters get duplicates of themselves, they unlock new boundaries, which are some kind of passive skills or increases to their skills or something like that. Also, there are login bonuses and missions. I'll figure out what some of this stuff is later. So it turns out you can redeem codes for free gifts, and I put in every single code there is, including some codes that are supposedly expired but work anyway. Next order of business, let's see if we can get that Aizen. Not quite there yet, it looks like. Back to the story. It looks like I've got some goals accomplished. And as your reward, you get a slideshow. Also, a character challenge for Chad and the next level. And with an overpowered character like Shikai Ichigo this early in the game, it's practically cheating. It's such an easy win. But first, we've got to see what Chad's made of. Well, I think we all know what my strategy is going to be at this part of the game. And as we saw earlier, it's nice. We can pair Ichigo with Ichigo. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Then we see how hollows operate and how they just jump between dimensions.
そもそもフォローというのは悪事を働く時以外は現世とソウルソサイティの狭間に身を隠しているのだからな。奴らがシャドウを狙っているとしても現世に出てこぬ限り我々がその位置を知ることはできんのだ。
おめえの下手なやじゃわかるもんも。
Fatality.
鏡にしか見えぬはず。こいつ。
おじちゃん、僕謝らないといけない。実は僕を飼った人は。だからおじ。
それはできない。
俺は死神代行だ。
And weapons also have a level up system. New character mission. So she sets things on fire and attacks by jumping in the air a lot like Yoda. That's kind of funny.
「一つてめえに聞きたいことがある。あのインコに入ってるガキの親を殺したな。てめえか。
そうだよ。
おじちゃん、いろいろありがとう。
なんともない。
それじゃ僕もう行くね。本当にありがとう。
雄一、俺が死んでそっちへ行ったらもう一度お前を抱えて走り回ってもいいか。
Yeah, people don't usually meet each other again in the Soul Society, so that's unlikely.
案ずるな。ソウルソサエティは何も怖いところではないぞ。腹は減らぬし。
さてと、それじゃコンソート行きますか。
そう、レイラか。大気中の霊気を圧縮して視覚化したもの。そしてこれは君の霊だ。知らないのか。死神の霊だから色が違うってこと。勝負しないか。
And then they duel to see who can defeat this many hollows first. Then on to the next mission. Stuff happens. I complete another mission. Level up and level up my skills. Figure out what stamps are. Level up one of those and equip it. Wander around for a little while. Interact with just about everything I can interact with. Start the next mission. Learn Uryu's backstory. Immediately team up with him. And now we're going to get a new character. So, new tutorial, new skills and attacks to learn. And now we see a Menos. That's a hollow that's really, really big. I wonder what hollow basketball games would look like.
あんな化け物相手に戦い方なんて考えたってしょうがねえ。あんなやつは切って力の限り切り通す。行くぜ石田。
So now you just have to get close to a Menos by running up and just strafing left and right and dodging, because you're not allowed to run in a diagonal pattern. Then you get up and stub its toe. And then it just runs away.
Ichigo! きり引っ張れば取れるんじゃねえかと思って。
なんで僕が。
いいじゃねえか。お前得意だろこういうの。
断る。
Okay, so things happen, Cone gets repaired, and the story continues. So Rukia writes a love letter to Renji. Renji responds. And then Uryu interferes, gets bodied. Ichigo interferes, completely defeats Renji, and then he gets bodied. And clearly Rukia isn't happy with them interfering. And that was several missions down. And now we have a random Renji mission to introduce him as a character. So new character gameplay, I'm not gonna skip this one. And then we have some rewards to claim. And then we have a random challenge to complete. So this is a mission where objects are raining down from the sky, and you have to counter them to freeze enemies, and that's the only way that you defeat them. I'm just gonna skip to the final one. Then I collect all my rewards. Then I check on the events. I don't know what any of those things are, except for that purple coin that can be used to trade for those gacha tickets, so that's what I'm gonna go for. Time to complete these events for more currency. Standard pulls, why not? Oh, game, you know better than to ask me that before I get Aizen.
後手13体
Okay, new characters to test out.
ありがとうございます。
And just enough for another pull.
死神ではない
I wonder how his Bankai works in this game.
わしは7番隊隊長駒村佐治。九条天元妙。九条天元妙。
大丈夫ですかわかりました
わしは7番隊隊長駒村佐治。
大丈夫ですかはい了解しましたはいわかりました
助けに来たぜ。 俺は残月の力を借りて
波動の球児黒羊。
お初にお目にかかる。僕はアイゼン宗介。
Oh yeah, I finally got him. And for the next gameplay, I'll be using Aizen in the Soul Society arc to save Rukia. But before that, we have to make sure that he's as broken as we can possibly get him.
おごらず流行らずたやすい。憧れは理解から最も遠い感情だ。
Anyways, that will be all. Until next time.